Welcome back to Operations Management. In this video, we are going to learn the facility layouts. Here, you are going to learn more about how to select a layout type, then how to assess the layout alternatives, and the behavioral implications of the layouts. Facility layout is the operations plan which used to arrange workers, equipment, and machines in a way that increase efficiency in the production process. The layout of facilities in a manufacturing organization depends to the large extent on the types of the production employed. Now let's see the objectives of facility layout. Facility layouts are used to minimize the material handling cost. Further, it will eliminate the bottlenecks or the limitations. It will utilize the labor efficiently in the organization. Furthermore, it will utilize the space in the factory floor efficiently. It will facilitate communication between the operation level as well as the top levels. And it will reduce manufacturing cycle or the facility layout time per consumer. There are different types of layouts: product layout, process layout, combination layout, fixed position layout, and finally service facility layout. Let's learn the product layout first. Straight line layout or layout for serialized manufacture. Arrangement of machines in one line depending upon the sequence of operations. Output of one machine becoming the input for the next, such as sugar cane mills, paper mills, automobile manufacturers, food processing plants. You can see this type of product layout. Now in this picture, you can see the stuffed teddy bears or the soft toy. Here, first what we are going to do is we are going to take the fur and we are going to cut it according to the relevant block. Then that will be the input for the next operation. In the next operation in the factory, they are going to sew it and they are going to fill it with the stuffing. It can be either padding or cotton. Then the complete teddy bear will be transferred for the next processing. In the next process, they are going to dress them. Finally, the dressed teddy bear will be transferred for shipping into the packing section. So you can see output of one machine or the one process will become the input for the next. And it's going on a straight line. So there is a serialized sequence in the manufacturing process of the product layout. Let's go through this process as well. Here what they have done is they have going to produce ice cream. In the process of producing ice cream, they are going to add milk, they are going to add different chemicals, and they are going to pour whipping cream on it. Then they are transferring that mixture into the next process. In the next process, they are going to add the sugar and the color. Then the mixture will be transferred to the different mold of the production process. Then After freezing and doing it, they are going to dress it with the detailing process. Then the final product will transferred for wrapping, and then they are going to pack it for shipping. So you can see a sequence of order and process of one will be the input for the process 2. So finally they are going to produce a product out of this production process. Now let's assess the advantages and disadvantages of the product layout. Let's look at the advantages first. It will able to avoid the production bottlenecks, and it's better in production control. Further, it requires less floor area per unit of production and reduction in material handling cost. Now let's look at the disadvantages. However, this product layout is inflexible and quite expensive, and there may be difficulty of supervision, and also expansion is difficult in the product layout. Finally, any breakdown of equipment will disrupt the whole system because one will be an input for the other process. Let's learn the process layout. Process layout involves arranging employees in groups based on similar tasks and skills in one department. Each worker in each group has certain role or specialized task in the production process. The process layout, also known as the functional layout, when the equipments and tools also organize into different groups depending on the production process. Particularly, it is useful where non-repetitive, low-volume production can be seen. Here, most of the machines are general-purpose machines. In the process layout, unfinished products move from one group to the next in the production line, such as in restaurants, clothing factories, toy manufacturers, and consumer technology plants. You can see this type of process layout. One of the best examples for process layout is the clothing factory layout. So here you can see, first they are going to design the relevant cloth, then they are going to send it to the cutting. After materials are cut, they are going to send it for the dress patterns. Then they are sending for the tailoring. And tailored clothes are sent for the ironing, and finally sent for the clothing store for packing. So here you can see the employees are grouped based on the similar task, such as cutting, sewing, ironing, likewise. And these employees in that particular group are specialized for that particular task. And you can see the equipments and tools in different sections are grouped together to perform that process. So the unfinished product or the clothing move from one department to the next of the production line. Now let's look at the advantages and disadvantages of the process layout. As the advantages, we can see it's reduced the investment of machines and it's greater flexibility in production. It's more efficient for supervision and better utilization of men and machines. Finally, it's easier to handle breakdown of equipment. Now let's look at the disadvantages. Process layouts require more floor space because different departments you can see. There is difficulty in production control and difficulty in movement of materials. And production time is more compared to the product layout. An accumulation of work in progress at different places you can see. Now let's compare the product and process layout. In the product layout, you can see sequential arrangement of activities, or you can see a proper order of activities. In the process layout, you can see either workers or machines are grouped together, depend on the specialized task. So functional grouping of activities can be seen. The product layout is more suitable for continuous mass production, mainly assembly type. Process layouts are more suitable for intermittent, job shop and batch production, mainly fabrication. Product layout, you can see a standardized product and it's produced for inventorialized purpose or made to stock. In the process layout, the product may be varied and it's produced only if you order it. So it's made to order. In the product layout, demand is more stable, and in the process layout, the demand can be fluctuating, which means it can be either up or down. Volume of the product layout is high, which means you are going to produce larger quantity. In the process layout, the volume is low, so you are producing in smaller quantities. The equipment used in the product layout are specialized machines, which means you are using for special purpose. Equipment in the process layout is more general. So you can see some more differences of the product and process layout in this slide as well. Now let's identify what is the combination layout. Nowadays, you can't find clearly a pure state of any form of layout. Every layout got its own advantages and limitations. Therefore, most of the industries are using a combination or hybrid layout. A combination of products and process layout emphasize either fabrications tend to employ the process layout while the assembly areas often employ the product layout. This will provide more flexibility. The machineries are arranged in the product line where supporting services are arranged in the process line, such as in the soap manufacturing plants, aircraft manufacturing. You can see this hybrid layout pattern. Since you have a better understanding of the product and process layout, it would be convenient for you to understand this combination layout. So here you can see A, B and C reflect the workstations of the production. So here there's a sequence of order and they have used the product layout. Whereas other supporting services such as maintenance is arranged in the process layout pattern. So depend on the specialization and based on the machines and tools they have grouped together. So combination of both can be seen in the facility itself. Combination layout also have advantages and disadvantages. As advantages, we can see its increased job utilization due to the flexibility, and it supports the use of general purpose equipment very well, and shorter travel distance and smoother flow lines than the process layout can be seen. However, there are some disadvantages. Sometimes general supervision is required, and higher skill level is required for employees in the combination layout, and depend on the balance of material flow through the cells or else buffers and work in progress storage are required. Which means we have to keep some space to keep the inventories. Now let's look at the fixed position layout. This is also known as the static layout because here the product cannot be moved. It involves the movement of men, machinery, materials and other resources brought to the site. Cost of moving men, machine and other resources are lesser than cost of moving the product. It requires highly skilled labor. The best examples are shipbuilding, dam constructions, flyover constructions, etc. Airplane manufacturing is one of the best examples for fixed layout. So here you can see that we can't take the fuselage. But what we are going to do is we are going to create everything embedded on the plane, and then finally we are going to fix the turbine engines, then landing gears, wheels, as well as petrol tanks, so on and so forth, to create the final build of the airplane. Men and machines can be used for a variety of operations in the fixed position layout. And further, investment on layout is very small. It is more flexible and can accommodate changes in the production design, product mix, and production volume easily. However, you have to invest high amount of capital, as well as it requires high level of skill. And furthermore, it increases the movement of personnel and equipment. Let's look at the service facility layout. Service facility layouts exist to bring together customers and services. Service facility layouts provide for easy entrance to the facility from freeways or busy roads. There are two types of service facility layouts: customer receiving or service functioning. It designed around the technologies, processing of physical materials, and production efficiency, such as in hospitals. So in hospitals, you can see different processing of physical materials and production efficiency. So you can see different flows have different categories, and these are combined together to provide a better service for the customers. Hope you have gained some knowledge with regarding to facility layouts and how to assess different alternatives of facility layouts. Using the advantages and disadvantages, you may be able to have a better understanding about the implications of these facility layouts. Stay tuned with the next episode of Operations Management. Thank you.